Hey guys, Aquadulis here, and everyone here in the TCG should know that Konami is basically doing this kind of build a card like tournament poll thing where basically the winning archetype gets a new card for the archetype. So yeah, um, kind of got me thinking a little bit. And it's not the first time we've seen something like what I'm thinking here, where one card gets a full blown archetype, basically like Thunder Dragons. Um, I mean, they had old fusion, and then on top of the one monster, and then like Noble Knights initially was just it was one old non-effect monster to begin with. So I started thinking, well, what if Cyberstein had an archetype? And Cyberstein, it's at 1, pay 5,000 life points, special summon a fusion monster from the extra deck. Hey, it's very gimmicky right there. Well, kind of gimmicky. It's a high risk, high reward kind of card. And what if we took that and kind of made a whole archetype? And I thought for a little bit on how could we really make this work without being too overpowered. And I think I did it. Why did I choose Cyberstein? Because Cyberstein's cool. I honestly just like it. I think it's a cool card. So basically, the archetype would be called Cyber Monsters. So monsters spelt with a U instead of an O. And in their card text, they would all say they are treated as cyber monsters. Because just why not? I think this way, like the names and all, just sound cooler. If that is just in the card text. So yeah, I made 3 main deck monsters to go with Cyberstein, 4 extra deck monsters, and 2 spells. So yeah. So for the main deck monsters, we have Cyber Dracula, where you pay 5,000 life points, special summon a synchro. Cyber Wolfman, pay 5,000 life points, special summon a XYZ. And then Cyber Invaders, you pay 5,000 life points, special summon a Link. So, Cyberstein being based off of Frankenstein, iconic, just movie monster. I kind of went with that as the overall theme here. So, all these monsters are basically just iconic movie monsters. And the extra deck is also based on iconic movie monsters. So yeah, pretty freaking cool. So all the main deck monsters are just level 2 machine dark monsters. Effectively, all just have the same attack and defense as Cyberstein. Pretty much, I didn't worry about their attack and defense because they really didn't matter. So yeah. Now, the extra deck monsters I made, they all have a effect where on summon, they pop the small one that summoned them, and they gain 5,000 life points. Except for the XYZ, it attaches the small monster to itself, and you gain 5,000 life points, and they can only be summoned with by using the effects of the small ones. So yeah. It's kind of cool there. Essentially, keeps other archetypes from playing them, and so yeah. Something too is with the small ones, since they special summon and the big monsters are summoning weren't properly summoned anyway. The big ones can't be special summoned back from the graveyard because they weren't properly summoned initially. So that also I feel helps keep them in check. This deck in check. So for the extra deck monsters, first one I made was Cyber Blob. Goes with the Cyber Invaders. Just both from space, why not? Cyber Blob's a Link 3, 2,000 attack. Your opponent can only attack this monster while it's on the field. And your opponent can only target this card with card effects while it's on the field. During damage calc, this monster gains half the attack of the monster it's battling. So it just feels very much like the blob. That movie was really freaking good. Steve McQueen, really good movie. Um, so yeah, it's just if it just felt like all around. It's not overpowered. It's essentially a worse Avermax because this can be targeted. It's just you have to attack this, and this can only be targeted. So it's not really overpowered at all. um, Next monster I made was Cyber Orlok, which is Orlok's basically a Dracula knockoff. The movie Nosferatu. It's a level 9 synchro, 3200 attack, 2200 defense. And you and your opponent take no battle damage from attacks involving this card. This card can attack all your opponent's monsters. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, gain life points equal to half of the destroyed monster's attack. So very much like a vampire, you're gaining life points. So essentially, the little ones for the main deck can eventually start to summon other just other monsters from the extra deck. Essentially, that's the idea. So yeah, this way it's like you're not. This way you can essentially you're not limited to the Cyber Monster extra deck monsters, and it's not like you just make one and you're done essentially for anything else. Alright, so for XYZ, this one goes with Wolfman, and it is Cyber Kong, King Kong, wolf, gorilla, I don't know. They're both animals. It's a rank 8 XYZ, 3000 attack, 3000 defense. Cyber monsters you control cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects, so it's protection. They can still be destroyed by battle. You can detach one material from this card instead when a cyber monster would be destroyed by battle. So basically, if something would be destroyed by battle, you can detach material, save it. I know I wrote that down weird. I thought about it after. And then the last monster I made is Cyberstein's Bride. Cyberstein, I couldn't think, so I was like, oh, hey, Frankenstein's Bride, so why not? It's a level 2 fusion with 500 attack, 700 defense, the reverse of Cyberstein. Quick effect. You contribute this card and special summon one monster from your deck or extra deck, ignoring summoning conditions. I was trying to think of something, and I thought the main deck idea would be really cool. But I couldn't decide if do main or main extra deck, so I just put both down because I don't know. So yeah, I don't. That one could be definitely, if it's overpowered, then we could change that. But I just thought the idea of having going into anything from a main deck would be pretty cool. Kind of like it's essentially the reverse of Cyberstein, so that's pretty freaking cool, and it's a quick effect. But yeah, so that's it for the extra deck monsters. The spells. First spell I made was Cybernetic Horrors. Search your deck for a cyber monster and add it to your hand. So it's basically a Rhoda. The second card I made, because monsters always keep, movies, they usually come back, whether they just come back in the same movie or, reboots. So this one I call Cybernetic Rebirth, and you special summon one cyber monster from your graveyard. Now, it only works on the small ones, not the big ones, because they weren't properly summoned. So, in a way, that does kind of balance out. It's kind of like a slightly balanced monster born for the archetype, in a sense. Kind of. So, yeah. That's what I came up with. Hopefully, I don't think it's too overpowered. It's, the whole point is it's gimmicky, it's cool, it's fun. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments. And hey, if we do get a full Cyberstein archetype someday, that would be pretty freaking dope. I mean, it's possible. I mean, look at Thunder Dragon. 2018 and Thunder Dragon got his own archetype. That's pretty cool. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Give it a like if you liked it. Comment any comments you got. And hit that subscribe button if you want to see more content. Thank you guys for watching.